for everybody to come in. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. This is Queen. Yes, I'm talking to you. So today is going to be something a little bit different today. Today I'm interviewing this lovely young lady who has an amazing business. I actually started off as a client and now we're here talking with her. And as we're waiting for people to join, we're just going to do a little chit chat. We're going to have some talks. We'll save the questions for later. This is going to be this is her first session, so we don't want to bombard her with questions, okay? So we're just going to do a little chit chat. We're waiting for everybody to join in. We're going to give it a couple of minutes. Maybe we'll do some girl talk or something like that. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I did test the microphone. It's actually very clear. So hopefully everybody can hear us. And you may see me get up every once in a while because you know how the screen times out. It does that. So just introduce yourself, and you can say like a little bit about where you're from, a little bit of your background, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good. Well, should I be looking at the camera?
You can look at the camera.
Okay, this is my first time doing anything like this, so just a little nervous. But yeah, my name is Tereza. I'm originally from the Czech Republic. I moved here actually last year, and since then I started a business where Queen, as she mentioned, originally started as one of our lovely clients. We're now up to about 800 clients a month.
Wow.
And yeah, it's and we have 3 locations. One's in Hyattsville, that's where we're right now. That's our first location. The second one we opened was Fairfax in Virginia. And the third one that we just recently opened in May is in Towson. So we have 2 in Maryland, 1 in Virginia. We're looking to expand to 160 clinics total nationwide. That's the goal.
That's amazing.
So yeah, in my culture, we have the saying from like your mouth to God's ears. So I like
that's right. Oh, that is correct. That is correct.
I try to say that, say it out loud as much as I can, to speak it into existence. But yeah, I'm very fortunate to be able to do this and to have been able to start a business in America, and it's just something I'm very grateful for. We have an amazing team of nurses, and we are partnering with a amazing medical director. So yeah, that's
so
about it.
We're going to expound on speaking it into existence. Like when you first started off with an idea, did you think that it would be laser hair removal, or were there other ideas that came before it, or were you originally thinking of doing something different, or were you expecting to do laser hair removal?
I definitely was not expecting to do laser hair removal. I actually so I originally I wanted to, when I finished college, I had some money saved up because in the Czech Republic we're very fortunate to not pay for our higher studies, so it's pretty common to see people like graduate with money because like we live with our parents, save up, we don't have to pay rent, utilities, nothing like that. And in addition to that, our college is pretty flexible, so generally everybody has like a part-time or a full-time job. So I actually had both. I had both a full-time and a part-time job all throughout college, and was kind of like saving up as much money as I could. And I was aiming to do there's this like movement. It's called the FIRE movement. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I haven't. Talk about the FIRE movement.
It's well, I don't know that but like at the time, like I was like,
we're like,
what
I was like, wait, what is that?
It's an acronym. So it's retire early, like sorry.
Look, we can look it up. So while she's looking it up, I just want to say thank you for everybody that's tuning in. Make sure you tune in. I will be doing interviews with people who are doing businesses, and I'm so excited to have Tereza here. If you're just joining, this is Tereza. I hope everybody's watching. Now I got 40,000 of y'all now. Now y'all better tune in now. Come on, you're gonna miss these nuggets. Okay.
So the FIRE movement stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. So basically the concept of it is, and again, like I don't know much about it because like I kind of abandoned that idea, but it's that you invest as much money into the market as possible. You invest in like low, it's just like ETFs like the S&P 500 that have like a very, reliable rate of return. And then eventually, once you've invested enough, you hit a point where you can withdraw 4% every year. And that's basically like your yearly salary for not doing anything. So then let's say, you have to like figure out, let's say you need like 100 grand to like live a comfortable life. So then you need to, so then the 100 grand would be your 4% that you need to be taking out. So then you need to see like what the amount of money you invest into the market needs to be. Like, so, and that's called your FIRE number.
Is this your personal money? Is this like a person? So this is your personal money?
And you just like invest into the market. It's like investing. It's just like this fancy like concept, I guess. So I originally thought I would do that. So I originally thought that I would like invest all of my money into the market and just keep grinding in my 20s, and then
we're gonna have to do a part 2 with her.
And then
she's a grinder.
And then eventually like retire early and have a family, because I've always known I want to have a big family, but I didn't want to like stress about money. So so I thought that I would do that initially. So anyway, so that's just a long way of saying I had a little bit of money saved up. So then I was about to do it. I was about to like trigger, and just like invest it onto the market and just like keep, working. I had like a full-time job, a part-time job, and like 3 side hustles or something.
You were just on the grind.
And I was just like, listen, I don't want to
hit the pavement.
I don't want to work forever, so like let me just front load all of my work in life and then like relax. So
I do have a question. So when you were just starting, did you like come in alone, or did you have somebody like match with you? Do you have partners?
Yeah. So I, when I kind of discovered that there's a need for like affordable laser hair removal in this area, I was dating my now husband, and he has a business, background in business. So he has an MBA, and he's basically like what he does in his full-time job is like set up like models of businesses and programs. And so when I initially, because I wanted to, do laser hair removal for myself, and so I was kind of like looking up clinics in the area and trying to see which clinic I could go to, but all of them were like insanely expensive. So then I was like, why is it so expensive?
Right.
Made no sense to me. So then I kind of like looked up, like the price of the laser equipment, roughly like how much labor would cost, because I knew, I wouldn't want to half-ass it, so I knew I wanted to hire nurses. So I was like, okay, how much do nurses cost? And then it was still like a decent sum of money, but like it wasn't anything like, crazy. It wasn't $1 million, so like it wasn't anything like insanely crazy. So I was like, oh, okay, well, let's see if, if I can kind of like flip the model a little bit, right? And then just be like, rather than try to get, sell like 10 people on these insanely expensive packages every month, can I sell, 1,000 people on something that's significantly
that's
cheaper?
That's a good idea,
right? So like, I was like, okay, like which one would you rather do? Like just like spend all of your time yapping to like one rich person about like why they need to invest.
That's right. Do y'all hear this? So basically what I got from her was that she wasn't focused on a specific target audience. She was more focused on the affordability, like people who can afford to do laser hair removal. Because I even, before I even came here, I researched a lot of laser hair removal stuff, and I'm on, social media a lot. So it's like when you want something, you go after it, and it's like it'll automatically and it'll automatically come up. Like, just think of who came with the idea of Siri. Like, you can literally talk and have a conversation, and your phone will just say, hey, an ad will pop up and do that. And just the fact that, that work ethic was instilled in you, and like how you were saying that, your parents did make you pay rent or bills. Do you think that that would be a good plan for like young people, like right now? Like, what age do you think they should start saving their money? Like, if they want to save towards a goal or something, what is the proper age you think they should start saving money?
I mean, I don't know what the proper age is. I started saving when I was 12. So
I know that's right. You want to teach
like,
that.
I don't know. I think the right age. Well, I mean, I think it depends, right? So like I think that in like today, I mean, in today's world, it's such a cliche phrase, but I do think that like we live very much in a world where this like hustle culture is like very celebrated, and you know, everything is centered around like making money and having money and everything, and that's great, you know, like if that's you, right? If it isn't you, and if you want to have like, there are so many good things that come with having like a good job, 9 to 5, you know, like there's so much good that comes with that, you know, like you clock in at 9, you clock out at 5, and you just don't have to like think about it, right? Like you have your weekends, like that's amazing, like you know, why wouldn't you want that? And you're still able, you know, if you like play your cards right, and if you like send a little bit of money every month for investments, like that is still a great strategy, right? So like it's, I don't think that everybody should be an entrepreneur or like own their own business, because it's truly incredibly straining, mainly on like all of the relationships, you know, around you. So like
let's get to that heart to heart. Yeah, because I know that sometimes you get an idea or you have a dream, but it's like you engage in the wrong conversations. It can get very discouraging. Like someone say, hey, you know, that's not going to work out for you. Yeah. Like, what was your motivation? Like, why did you just pursue it even? Because I know there could have possibly been a lot of people saying, hey, you don't know if that's going to work out and do that. And, you know, it's just, I feel like it's a blessing for you that you had a partner to teach you about business. And I feel like that's what I tell people about connections. So, you know, connecting with people, not just looking at the demographic, because you know, me and her come from two different cultures, but I'm completely understanding, you know, what she's saying. So you know, don't look at it that just because you have a different culture from someone that you may not learn from them, because I'm learning quite a bit just with sitting with her. And I just want to touch bases on like the investment world just a little bit. We're gonna get back to your business, but what about the investment world? Like, what made you want to invest in, or what are some things that you did invest in to kind of like get a kickstart for your finances?
So honestly, like I didn't invest into anything. Like I literally took all of those savings that I was going to invest and like put them into starting the business. Like literally, I was down to zero. I think I had like $500 left or something on my account. Like I literally took everything. So I don't know much about it. Yeah, so I don't have an answer for that.
No, I mean like investing in your business, like you like basically you were like taking everything, like that's a risk taker to me, like somebody who would like literally take their life savings and put it into a dream, not knowing that it's going to be successful or fail. So how did that make you feel when you just like say, hey, forget it, I'm just going to take everything and I'm just going to invest in this business, I'm just going to get it started? And where was your first location that you first started?
Well, so I think, like what made me able to do that was like I don't have anybody, you know, like dependent on me yet, right? I don't have any kids, so like I'm truly just responsible. And not saying that people who have kids can't start a business. I just think it's a little bit of a different mentality in terms of like your threshold for taking risks, right? So like I was just in a place where I was able to invest everything because I, you know, I, by the way, still had a full-time job and a part-time job for the first year of opening Smooth as well. So that was a bit stressful, but still, so I still knew there's like some money coming in, and I would like literally take my paycheck and like send it to the business bank account.
That's
and,
right.
Like, just like finance it through. And then, you know, I was lucky enough that my now husband, at the time my boyfriend was able to, he was like covering all of our finances. So like the only thing I basically had to cover for myself was like travel when I would go back home.
Right. You know what? Do you know what? I want to touch bases on that about partnerships. Like for some, you know, married couples, it's like, it's a partnership. Yeah. You know, it's definitely a partnership. And just me from listening to her and like understanding what she's saying, that partnership and the knowledge that he was giving her about business and them coming together as partners and working together, actually kept the ball rolling, because sometimes we can be prideful as people because we think we know everything, we know it all about business. She was a risk taker. She took her life savings, she took the skills and knowledge that she learned from her family and invested in her business. She just went gung-ho. She has 3 successful businesses in 3 locations. I know you already probably shared it before because some people might be coming in right now. What are the 3 locations of your business again?
So we're in, we have 2 in Maryland and 1 in Virginia currently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how would they reach out to you? Did you want to tell them the website that you have? Maybe you can tell them the website.
Yeah, so our website is smoothdmv.com. You can book a treatment there. We have a promo special. Your first underarm session is on us, and it's no strings attached. So if you want to come try us out, then you're certainly welcome. And yeah.
Okay. Let's say it for them one more time.
Okay.
And spell it out for them.
So it's Smooth DMV. So like smooth as in the word smooth, and then DMV as in DC, Maryland, Virginia.com.
Okay. So that's smooth, SMOOTH. DMV.com. So if you want to book a session here with Smooth, you can go to that website to book a session. For all of my local people, I know you're there. I'm super excited. So I'm going to reintroduce her because this session keeps going on. If you're just now joining, I'm doing an interview with Tereza, who has 3 successful businesses. We're just touching bases on that. We're talking about how her life started, where it began, and how she took risks. She took a risk and took all of her life savings and invested in her business, and she just got the ball rolling. She just got it started. She didn't wait on anyone. She didn't depend on anyone. Even though she doesn't have children right now, she got to add that in later. But this is amazing. I'm just talking to her, shortly. She's an amazing person. We do need to touch on a part 2 with her because I feel like she has a lot more to share. And I'm just so excited about this session. She's actually doesn't know she's my first interview. Woo! Give it up to Tereza. She's being my first interview. We're going to be getting into a little bit more details. I'm going to actually talk about my first experience here. So I met some young ladies that work here. Let me tell you this, the customer service is amazing. She has some amazing young women working for her. What was it? What were the 2 young ladies I worked with that were here that we met?
I think that was Ariel and Katie.
Ariel and Katie. Let me tell you about Ariel and Katie.
We have 13 more nurses as well.
Amazing. I met those 2. I mean, I'm not discrediting everybody else, but I met those 2 young ladies. They were very sweet. They explained everything to me. The one thing I know that about Smooth is the customer service. See, me, I may be spending a little money, but I'm all about customer service. I enjoyed the way that they treated me. They give you flowers when you leave your session. Because coming in, being honest, I was like, laser hair removal. I was like, but I want to do it for quite some time. So I was like, laser hair removal, that's kind of scary. Like, what am I doing? Like, this thing about to be all in my face. I might get burns all on me. I don't know what's going on. But it was like my first session, she wasn't too hard on me. She explained to me what was going to be happening, the feeling I was going to feel. And to be honest, I got a tolerance for pain. I don't know about y'all, but I got a tolerance for pain. So I really didn't feel anything the first session. And the second one I probably didn't. Maybe she's going to turn it up a notch on me when she tell me that she is. But yeah, like I said, the customer service was great. The experience was wonderful. I had a great time just talking to the young ladies. And as far as me, this is my business. So for me, I'm actually reaching out to people who want to do a bit of marketing, who want to do interviews. If you're locally in the DMV area, then I'm coming to you next. I have an email. It is Queen, QUEEN, on Kingdom, KINGDOM, levels, LEVELS, at gmail.com. So if you would like to have an interview session and you're in the DMV area, please feel free to reach out to me. And also, I'm going to be doing a special giveaway for certain people that have been reaching out, who've been faithful, who've been loyal. Make sure you tune in because I'm going to be asking questions, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway for people who actually tuned in, stayed throughout the whole video. Make sure you comment. Make sure you say your name. I want to know everything about you. I want to know the questions you've asked. I want to see comments. Just put hashtag laser hair removal. If you watch through the whole thing, I'm going to be asking questions. What color are my glasses? What color is her shirt? What color is the microphone in front of us? So you answer a couple of those questions, we're going to be good. What were we talking about? What were we discussing? What is the business that she has? So if you can answer those questions, I'll be doing a special giveaway. So stay tuned. We're going to be doing other sessions. Everything's going to turn out great. Everything's going to be wonderful. I want to keep it in the business world about getting started. She just like motivated me to just keep on going and, keep up with my interviews and keep up with people that are coming in. So I'm just so excited to just have this session with her. And we're not going to keep it long and drawn out because I don't want my phone to die. I don't know, y'all. We got to keep it going. But yeah, so back to you. I just wanted to shout out my people out there. Yeah. So is there anything you want to say? Anything else you want to say or you want to talk about or...
Yeah, no, I'm just very glad. This is my first interview experience, and Queen is making me feel very comfortable. So, if there are any other business owners in the DMV that want to get interviewed and support Queen's business, like you definitely should. She's a lovely, lovely person. I'm very glad that we met.
Well, thank you so much. It's gonna touch my heart, girl. So. One question I do have is about like the hiring process, like, cause I know there's different things. I'm gonna do a part 2 with you because I'm gonna go a little bit more into detail, like like about the administrative part. Cause we touching the basis, but I'm gonna get to the administrative part. So I definitely want to make sure I do a part 2. So we're gonna do a part 2 concerning the administrative part because we gotta know that starting a business isn't easy, but it's not impossible. Because I know I've started many businesses and I have failed at them. I've had people tell me I couldn't do it, but I made a business out of this. So you can start a business. This is my business and I'm going to keep on doing it and I'm going to keep on going. And this beautiful young lady just kept me motivated, kept me interested, and I'm going to keep coming to get my sessions. So make sure you go to that website. That's smooth, SMOOTH, DMV, D as in dog, M as in man, V as in Victor. Is it .com? .com. So make sure you book a session with her. Now you may not see Tereza here. You may see some other people. So this is special. This is a special relationship and a bond that we build.
Only nurses do our treatment. So make sure you're in the best hands possible. I'm not a nurse, but we have an amazing team of nurses.
Yes, she does. So was the Hyattsville location the one we're at right now? Was that
the first one?
This the first one you opened up?
Yeah.
So how was it? Like, did you go through a process of like looking for the right building, or how did you end up right here in this space?
So we were looking for quite honestly the cheapest rent that we could get. So and not that like right now we're in our expanded admin offices here, but initially we only rented the treatment room, which is about 250 square feet.
Okay.
And my husband found that on I think Facebook Marketplace. He
wow, really?
Yeah, he's a shark on Facebook Marketplace. Like I don't understand. Like I'm very confused by Facebook Marketplace, but he finds all sorts of
wow. It sounds like you have an amazing partner.
He's
amazing husband.
The best. So
did you get married?
Yeah, well we're getting married. Well, we are like.
I got you.
We have our wedding in 2 weeks actually.
Oh,
so.
Congratulations! I'm hoping I meet a partner like hers, y'all. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to meet a partner like hers because in anything got in business, if you're good with business, we need to put our heads together so we can. Okay, anyway, that's neither here nor there. But congratulations to her. She is so sweet. I'm sure she has a lovely and amazing husband. I hope she sends me some pictures and stuff about with her wig because I know it's going to be beautiful. But we're going to get back to that. Her website is Smooth. That's Smooth DMV, right? Smooth DMV. So Smooth DMV. So make sure you book a session with her. We want to keep it going, y'all. Keep supporting, keep coming. She says she has 3 locations. She got 2 in Maryland and 1 in Virginia. You can't tell me that you can't book a session with her. Now, if you're in the DMV area, then you need to go ahead and book this session. I'm telling you, you're going to have a wonderful experience. It was great. It was amazing. I am so happy. I'm always happy when I leave here, because sometimes taking self-care is like great care. Like, for real, self-care is great care, because it's like we get overwhelmed sometimes. We get overstimulated. Us being women, we're overthinkers. We like, oh, I can't do this. I can't afford this. No, she made this affordable for me. And I appreciate her, because at times, sometimes people are more focused on the money, but you want to be focused on the engagement as well. You want to, one thing that I want to focus on is the target audience. So what was initially your target audience when you first started with laser hair removal?
I mean, it was just in general, like women that, struggled with hair, or even not struggled, we're just, I think as women, like everybody is somehow impacted by that. So I think I read a study that like 93% of women remove their hair one way or another, where they shaving, wax. Yeah, it's a really high number. So like it's very active. And then like for me, I was like very self-conscious about some of my hair, and I was just like, okay, I need to like find a way to get rid of it. And then as we kind of as we started the business, we just started getting more and more calls. It's like for the first up until actually a month ago, I was the only person answering all of our calls. So like now we have a call center in Peru. But before that, like I was the one answering calls, so I would like get 100% of the calls, and women would call me like, and would say like, hey, like this is and they were like, this is like the first time, like I've had 4 sessions on my face. This is the first time I'm like walking out and like not feeling self-conscious about like my ingrown hairs or anything. And that's like truly, like obviously we're not saving lives, but like that was like very special. I didn't even anticipate that happening. Like that there would be this much kind of like vocal support for it as well. Right. So I'm just very grateful to be able to, and fortunate to be able to like be in a spot that we can provide that for women and for everybody.
Of course.
But like 95% of our clients are women. So and another thing that I'm super proud of is that like we're truly able to treat all skin types. So
that's good.
So we have our medical director is African American. So like we really make sure that all of our nurses are trained on treating every type
that's
of
what I was
skin.
thinking about too. Because every skin is different.
Historically you couldn't laser melanated skin, so only in the past, maybe I want to say like decade, is there technology that's like safe for melanated skin. So we really went ahead and made sure that we have like the best laser on the market.
I know that's right. See, she's thinking about everybody. Okay, she's thinking about everybody.
Yeah, you have to. I just like it was like baffling. Like even when we were initially hiring our nurses, like some nurses had some prior laser removal experience from other clinics, and they would say that the other clinics like didn't have machines that were able to treat melanated skin, and I was like, what do you mean? Like,
right, that's what I say
it's so
too.
ridiculous. Like I like did not understand that. It's like,
I know that's right. She opened a door, because she wasn't thinking about herself. She was thinking about other people. See, she thought about all people. She thought about everybody. And that's another thing. You want to think, you don't want to hang on to one demographic. You want to reach out to all people. You want to, appeal to all people. You want to make all people feel welcomed. Yeah. Because if all people feel welcome, I'm like, no, I'm going to back off of that a little bit. But you want to make all people against, and things like that happening, but not right here, because I'm gonna tell you something. I have a wonderful and amazing time. I always do. And I just wanted to touch bases on like, what do you think is a good like startup cost? Because I know some people are, interested in loans and everything, but as far as like your experience and you being successful, like how much money do you think should be like a startup cost for a business? Like how, because you not only had a startup and you were saving, but you still pushed even harder to work a 9 to 5 than a part-time job to start your business. So what's a good startup cost you think somebody can start with outside of a loan?
I think that a good startup, I think there are two things, right? You need to be thinking of covering your personal expenses, and then, because the main asset in your business is you, right? Like if you're not able to make rent, you won't be able to keep a business afloat, right? So like you need to have your personal expenses covered. I would say a good rule of thumb for that, maybe like 6 months of personal expenses saved up.
Okay.
And then I would say the same for business expenses. Now, I personally am like, I did take that risk, but I wouldn't go into debt over starting a business. Me personally, like that's just not something I'm comfortable with. So, when I kind of, invested all of my money into the business, I was like, okay, that money is gone. Like like I'm just like, not, I wasn't thinking of, like I wasn't thinking about the money as my money anymore. I was just like, okay, that's like gone. Like I'm back at zero. But so I think, just have it like, and again, me personally, I don't think I would start a business.
If you could like round up to like a dollar amount, like what do you think? Like
it just really depends, because it like I can't round it because you can't like blanket term this, right? It depends.
That's true.
If you have like an online business, right, or like do digital services, like you need basically only your personal expenses covered for the next 6 months. Okay. There's nothing like really apart from like software subscriptions and stuff like that like you need, right? But if you have like a physical location business, especially if you're not, I wasn't able to even at the start do the procedure, so we had to hire employees like right off the bat. That were pretty expensive because they're nurses, and like we were paying them above market average because we just want to be fair to people and pay them for the work that they do.
So how did you get your business expenses? Did you include third parties, or did you have an outside source, or was that your own personal money that was being sourced for the income? Wow. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, and then that was and I was just like, okay, I need to. I had like. I didn't follow my own advice. I had probably like 4 months, four months of runway to make it work, and I was like, okay, like I just have to do it. Like there's no other, there's no other option.
I got you.
And then like literally month 4, we made enough in a month to be able to like cover everything. So,
wow, that's amazing. I'm just getting so motivated by just sitting here and just being in her presence, because this is like so motivational for me, even as a woman, not discrediting men. Come on, we got y'all men. We know. Y'all want it, but we talking about the women right now at this very moment. And of course, I'm going to be interviewing men and women. So don't go there, y'all. Don't go there. We're not doing that. We just saying for women in general, we tend to be, overthinkers. We tend to outthink ourselves. And it's like we outthink ourselves so much that we're so busy that we don't want to take those risks. So it's like, I say, find you a friend or somebody that's trusted that will push you to take that risk. Like, don't jump out it. Like, I took a risk right now here today, even setting up this interview, because believe it or not, I was super nervous to even ask her, can I interview her? She's nervous here in the interview, but I'm nervous to even, I'm like, hey, does she even want to do this? I'm like, I don't know if she's going to say yes. I don't know if she's going to know, but that's all about taking risks. Like, taking risk is knowing that you have the boldness to just ask, because many times you're going to get a no, but there's always going to be one yes. Because I've been shooting and striving, and her being my first interview, I'm actually glad that it was her, and I plan on doing multiple interviews. As I said, if you want to reach out to me on my email and you're in the DMV area and you would like to set up an interview with me, you can check out my page. I have over 40,000 subscribers, so I'm definitely open for the market. I want to make sure I'm marketing people. Now don't get me wrong, now it's gonna be free for now, but when I hit the 100K, we're gonna have to talk contract tracks. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But right now, I'm with this lovely young lady. Of course, we're going to keep in touch. We're definitely going to do a part 2 of this session because I want to get to the more into the administrative part. So just be looking out for a part 2 with this. Make sure you've tuned in. Make sure you go live. And again, her website is smooth.dmb.com. That's smooth, SMOOTH. D as in dog, M as in man, V as in Victor.com. So make sure you tune in for our next video. We're going to be on the next video. I will let you know when the date is. Hopefully it will be soon, and then she'll have an open schedule because she's such a busy lady and she's working everything out for herself. Congratulations to her on her marriage. Also, make sure you email me if you would like to have my next interview. It's going to be Queen, yes, Queen, on my page on kingdomlevels@gmail.com. It was lovely talking to you all. I don't want this to be a run-on session because I know some people, like, their minds are wandering. You're starting to go places. So I just want to stay focused, and I just want to say, just stay motivated. Just be encouraged. Everything's going to work out. Speak things into existence. Just like she said, speak things into existence. Talk about it. Be about it. Start doing it. Instead of me start talking about it, I started doing it. Do you have any encouraging words for anybody that you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I have like, I'm a very, I don't want to say like cynical, but like very realistic person. But like realistically, the worst, like whatever you do in business or like any decisions, is that you're not going to die, right? So like, and that's the only bad thing that can really happen. Like everything else you can come back from, right? So like, it's, like literally, like everything else you can come back from. Like so that's sometimes what helps me when, you know, I'm like nervous about something. Like even now I was like, am I going to die? I was like, no, I'm not going to die. So like that's fine. So I know that's a little like morbid, but yeah, that's what kind of.
But I know what you mean. I know what you mean, though. Yeah, I do, because like
what will happen?
To me, that's the fear. You know? It's the fear. The death.
Exactly.
The death is the fear. So it's like, the fear will try to overtake you, because if you've been putting yourself in a situation, it feels kind of overwhelming. So it's like, in order for you to defeat that fear, you have to actually do it.
Exactly.
Because if you don't do it, then you're going to continue to let the fear overtake you, and you will never know. Because sometimes, I know for me, sometimes I have a fear of the unknown. Because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, I mean, it's not about emotion, because if you allow your emotions to carry you, then you will probably not do the things that you intentionally wanted to do, you know, and then you'll have that fear just stuck there, like you're just like stuck in that same place, because I'm like, you're basically frozen with fear because you didn't want to step out of your comfort zone. You didn't want to, you know, take risks with your finances and things like that. So what I'm hearing from the whole session is, better stop. It's all about risk taking, you know. And it's like, dang, I was like, now I'm thinking, like, I'm just gonna take that risk and I'm just gonna set myself out there. I came to her, y'all. She didn't come to me, I came to her. So it's like, I brought my business to her, and you know, I've been coming to her business, and I had the pleasure of having her drop in one of the sessions, and it was like, boom, the connection. So basically, we're gonna, you know, leave with these key points, you know, taking risks, you know, keeping connected, because you never know who you might meet. You can meet them somewhere. You could be literally somewhere having a cup of coffee, and you may meet somebody that may be a millionaire mogul, and like, you don't know it because of appearances, you know. And make sure it's trusted people. You know, I trusted to have an interview with her because I've been coming here for quite some time. So don't just try to be smart about it. You know, don't just try to jump out there and just do things like this that I'm doing. The only reason why I took a risk, because I've grown a relationship. Sometimes you have to build a relationship with people, talk to them a little bit, get to know them, because you don't want to jump out there and you end up somewhere in the dead zone. And it's like, you want to make sure that you're compatible with the person. She just opened up completely and compatible. And like I said, we're overcoming our fear today. That's what we're going to leave with. We're overcoming our fear. We're going to step out there. We're going to get busy. So I'm going to keep the ball rolling. So we're going to end with this. Her website is smooth, D as in dog, M as in man, V as in Victor.com. So go to smoothdmv.com. And also, for my next interview, make sure you go to my email and email me, Queen, Queen, on kingdomlevels@gmail.com. I'm going to see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.